Hey guys, this is Lion of Judah from the Guild 7 from Thunderhorn server. It's been a long time, I guess, since I made a video, and I figured, well, with all this Legion talk and whatnot, I'm going to make a video on old stuff that still pertains to what we're probably going to be in for the next 6 months, which is kind of sad. But I believe that Legion's not going to come out till probably June or July, which is very sad. But the current video that I have for Marksman for 6.2 is kind of outdated just for the fact that I didn't have my 4 set at the time, and there was a couple of things that I was still lacking gear wise. Now I'm pretty much at a 729, 728 equipped eye level. The 2 trinkets that I do use is Beating Heart of the Mountain Mythic and of course the Blade Master trinket. I am pretty much literally fully best in slot heroic since I don't raid Mythic. So everything else is pretty much the same as far as agility is of course your main stat, so you're going to want to stack as much agility as possible. It's not really worth mentioning because it's a no-brainer that agility is the stat you want to go for. But your secondary stats, it's of course crit, multi-strike, then followed by multi-strike, it's basically your mastery. After mastery is versatility. After versatility, it's haste. So haste is by far your worst stat. Now, rotation with the 4 set is pretty darn, it's stupid. So your 2 set, by this time, I would say anyone legitimately that is, right now, if you're playing a hunter, like you should be at least having your 4 set by now. But let's say you're playing an alt and you want to get your 4 set. The 2 set bonus is not worth switching to if you have the 4 set bonus from Blackrock from the previous tier, basically. I'm brain farting. But once you do get the complete 4 set and your cast time of the aim shot is reduced by 100%, then that is time for you to get that ASAP. And it's a pretty, I'm just going to do simple rotation. Like, let's say if I'm, at a boss, and it's like, I pre-pot, someone else is going to usually use the ring melee-wise. So you would pre-pot, use your trinket, Stampede, Rapid Fire, and use your mirror, the Blade Master trinket. Now, I usually save Rapid Fire just because you want to basically dump as much focus as you can, and then whenever you need to start using Steady Shot to basically, because you have no more focus, then pop Rapid Fire to start doing it. Now for talents, this bar right here is been up for debate for so long right now. I usually just stick with Barrage. I'm going to be flat out honest with you. Even in single target fights, I use Barrage. It's just, to me, like, I know you go to Azerothian, he's going to probably say Power Shot's better, Glaive Toss is better. For the majority of all fights, you're going to be using Barrage, in my honest to God opinion. There's some fights that this particular bar, because, Glaive Toss and Power Shot are so underpowered, it's not going to be detrimental to your DPS. You can literally not use any of these abilities on a single target fight and you'll do phenomenal DPS. It's kind of ridiculous. So so many people say that this is like, oh, you're a noob if you use this. No, because you can totally not use any of them and still do great DPS. Lone Wolf is, of course, what you need to have all the time. Stampede, Thrill the Hunt, all what you need to have all the time. So let's just do an opening rotation real quick. So pre-pot, use my trinket, Stampede, Blade Master trinket, aim shot, aim shot, aim shot, aim shot, aim shot, can't anymore, Rapid Fire, use my Steady Shot to regain focused, aim shot, use Steady Focus, and then basically that. You're basically spamming, you want to use as much aim shots within the window as possible, but you want to use your Chimera shot on cooldown. That is the most important thing of this spec, because the one thing people always do is they get too fixated doing aim shot that they completely forget about Chimera shot. And Chimera shot is your number one thing. Even if you need a wait when you have like 10 focus or something like that, like you pretty much need to do Chimera shot on cooldown. But that's pretty much the rotation with the Force. It's the same thing, really. So as long as you're doing Chimera shot on cooldown, as long as you're pumping out your aim shot dumps, you should be fine. It's nothing like I needed to make a long video about it to show you, you know, anything big or whatever. But I did want to let people know that, the force set is very powerful right now for this current tier for Hellfire. Marksman is the spec you want to be playing if you want to be doing great DPS, helping out your raid. Other than that, there really isn't much for me to say that's not covered in my previous video. So if you have any questions, please leave in the comment section below. If you have anything to reiterate, or if you have any just common questions, or the one thing I will say, just something off mentioning, the tier pieces you want to go for is your legs, your helm, your shoulders, and chest. And you want to get the hands off of Manaroth, the off tier set hands. But other than that, that's pretty much it. And if you have any other questions, go to Azerothian's website. I'll link that in the description below. Please like and subscribe if you want anything or want any information regarding the Hunter. And I will see you guys later.